what we're hearing is that they'll be assembled, ready to go on Friday, and that they would begin actions on Saturday over the weekend. So that's all we know. And what we're doing is, of course, making sure that the CPD and local law enforcement are aware of what they're doing, so they can, one, make sure they're not standing anywhere near those actions or assisting in those actions, but also being ready for protests that might occur. And then, very importantly, we've asked for the public to be ready with your iPhone and any way that you can to record what's going on in their neighborhoods by ICE, because we think that's the best way to demonstrate what ICE is doing if they're doing something wrong, or to keep them honest and doing the right thing because they know they're being watched. We cannot stand in the way. It's not like we're going to have armed men standing in between. That's not something that's legal. That's not something that the state of Illinois can engage in or the city of Chicago can engage in. What we're trying to do is to get them to follow the law, and when they are not following the law, we can take them to court, prosecute them if they're doing something truly illegal. Again, we're going to do everything we can to protect people's safety. That is something that the Chicago Police Department, Illinois State Police, and other local law enforcement are responsible for, but can't stand in the way of the execution of, for example, a warrant that ICE is trying to execute. The president is begging me to call him to ask him to do something that we don't want. He wants me to call him and ask him to call in National Guard to the city of Chicago. We don't want it. So that's why I'm not calling the president. I have been very clear about what we do want. What we do want is civilian law enforcement assistance. We want to make sure that we have enough FBI, ATF, DEA on the ground. We have some already, as you know. They do really good work, working in tandem with state police, working in tandem with Chicago Police Department. But we can use more. We can interdict more drugs and more guns that are coming across the border into the city, into the state of Illinois. He's begging me to call him because he wants me to ask him for National Guard. That is what he is trying to do. There's a second reason, and you should pay close attention to this. He wants to set into the fact pattern that the governor called him to ask for help. Why? Because he's going to end up in court. He's going to end up in court. And that will be a fact that they will use in court, that the governor called to ask for help. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to provide him with evidence to support his desire to have the court rule in his favor. I'm just not going to do that.